Super Mario Bros. Is one of the greatest video games ever made. Its iconic visuals and addictive gameplay made it a classic. It was my favorite game growing up, and every sequel or spin-off has been an absolute masterpiece. But there's one thing that could make it better.
It's me, Amari.
I'm a professional digital artist, and I'm always looking for an exciting idea that would make a fun illustration or 3D model. When they announced the casting for the Super Mario movie, I immediately started to wonder, what would that look like, for real? What if everyone's favorite outer space superhero, dinosaur wrangler, and Lego minifigure was Super Mario?
That is literally the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
So I started working on a 3D model of Chris Pratt, and tried to create a realistic Mario costume. I thought this was looking pretty good, but I wanted to make more than just a pretty picture. I wanted to make a playable game. There's only one problem. I've never made a video game. I don't know how to code. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. So the question is, how do you make a video game? I'd seen a lot of amazing looking tech demos for Unreal Engine 5. I assumed it would be too difficult, but after exhausting every other option I could think of, I decided to give it a try. I summoned all my courage and downloaded Unreal Engine. Next, I set myself the goal of learning as much as possible in one day.
1 week later.
I actually ended up spending more than a week just fumbling around the interface, trying to figure out how things work. I picked up the basics from tutorials and playing around with the demo scene, but I didn't really know what to do next. So I decided to start with the most basic thing I could think of. I made a simplified 3D version of the first level and imported that into Unreal Engine. I added some collision objects so the character could run around and jump off of things. I also added an invisible wall because I kept falling off the edge. But before I could start working on a final version of the level, I was going to need to make a few things. I also took this opportunity to learn how to use Substance Painter, and making everything look all weathered and old was easily the most enjoyable part of the entire process. Next, I started piecing together the first stage of the game.
A brief construction montage.
I built it with a combination of megascans and the custom assets I created earlier. Finally, I was going to have to import the character model. The idea was simple enough. Rig my character, import it using the same skeleton as the default mannequin. Instant video game. It should have been easy, but this step was an absolute nightmare. After countless failures, I decided to just create my own character from scratch. I followed a couple of tutorials and learned how to make a character animation blueprint and a state machine, and it actually worked. For something that started out as a very simple art project, it turned out to be one of the most challenging things I've ever done, and it's been an amazing learning experience. I'm actually really proud of what I managed to create. I think it looks kind of cool, and it's surprisingly fun to play. I still need to fix a lot of little problems, like collision issues, power-ups, breakable blocks, warp pipes, a scoring system, a flagpole that works, maybe even some enemies and actual gameplay. I can't wait to start working on the second level. I also think it'd be fun to make other characters like Luigi, Toad, Princess Peach, and Jack Black as Bowser. If I can, I'd love to remake the entire game, and more, but I still have a lot to learn. If anyone out there is familiar with Unreal Engine, particularly the blueprint system, and can point me in the right direction, I would really appreciate any help I can get. I really enjoyed making this, and I'd like to see how far I can take it. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more content like this, please like and subscribe, share this video, and leave a comment down below. I'd like to hear what you have to say. Thanks for watching.